Well, it's an aviation mystery more than 30 years old. On New Year's Day, 1985, Eastern Airlines Flight 980, with 29 people on board, slammed into a mountainside in South America. The Boeing 27 was en route from Paraguay to Bolivia when it crashed in the Andes, killing everybody. But despite 5 different searches, investigators never found the plane's black boxes that might tell them what caused the crash. And as a result, conspiracy theories grew. Bring you up to the modern day. A couple of amateur investigators from Boston decided to head to the Andes crash site to try to see what they could find. And they came up with some startling information. Joining me now, Isaac Stoner, one of those investigators. Do you have a background in this? Are you an aviation investigator officially?
You know, I would call investigator kind of a strong word, actually. What we are is just a couple of guys with day jobs who got lost down an internet rabbit hole after the Malaysian Airlines disaster, and we ended up on a Wikipedia page that listed 19 unrecovered black boxes, and each one had a reason next to it. So first of all, we're looking at that list and we're like, wow, this is really tough. These families never got any closure. They don't know what caused the crash, and most of these crashes are in deep water. There was one that stood out to us. It was on the mountaintop of Illimani in Bolivia. And the reason for for the black box never being recovered was simply listed as inaccessible terrain.
But there had been, what, 4 or 5 expeditions that tried to find the boxes. They never even found the wreckage, right?
So we thought inaccessible terrain was a bit of a challenge, that thing that was listed on the Wikipedia page. Additionally, so we knew that the past few years have been the warmest on record down in Bolivia, and the glaciers receded about a quarter mile. So we thought we might find things that people had never found before, both human remains and the black boxes themselves.
And you, I mean, making a long story short, you were there, what, 5 days, and all of a sudden made a fascinating discovery.
Right, so we were on the lower debris field, which was almost a square mile at this point. And after several days of searching, we managed to find a piece that was labeled clear as day, cockpit voice recorder. We also found a roll of magnetic tape that we hope came from that voice recorder, and we're really hoping to work with the correct agencies to get that material analyzed now.
What are the chances that there is usable material still on it after more than 30 years?
As I mentioned, investigator is kind of a strong word for what Dan and I are. So we're just completely crossing our fingers and hoping that there is usable data on that tape today. We know at least it's been kept cool on the top of the mountain for the past 30 years.
You also found, sad to say, human remains, which nobody else to this date had found. Why?
So unclear. Really, there are many conspiracy theories surrounding the flight. We like to keep our hypotheses a little bit grounded in data. And I think just the fact that the crash was up so high and so much snow was dumped on this crash site is the reason the bodies were never found. Yeah. So we unfortunately had the responsibility of giving these remains a proper burial. We marked the GPS coordinates, and hopefully some real investigators can follow us up the mountain now.
People can read about it in Outside magazine because one of their reporters went along with you. Isaac Stoner, congratulations. It's quite a story.
Thanks.
Thank you.